Hey guys. Okay, so we saw a skit where Shayla goes off on Lauren to calls her a snake, which it takes a snake to know a snake. Okay, and she knows. She knows Lauren's a snake. She knows. She read Lauren exactly correct, and Shayla did not apologize for it. And Shayla sat there and told her, it'd be funny if Dan found out about you cooking Wayne breakfast. And she told her, oh, so you threatened me? No, it's no threat. It's just a promise. It's a promise that maybe Dan needs to know that you're cooking other men breakfasts. You're cooking other men breakfast. So it was just a promise. And Shayla stood on that. She's like, cause you think that you think we don't know what you was doing. You sat there and you act like you was Tamara's friend and you knew how hurt she was and everything. And then all of a sudden you cooking Wayne breakfast. And see now, Delisa needs to watch out. Because like she said, oh yeah, when you put that out, you better make sure all your ducks is in the order. Because she gonna tell Shayla about you and Amon. Lauren is not your friend, Delicia. Lauren's not nobody's friend. Lauren would do anything for a fucking bag. That's what she would do. That's why Dan would take her the fuck out. And Shayla, call Dan up. Call Dan up, please. I beg you, call Dan up and to let him know that Lauren's over in Atlanta cooking Wayne breakfast. Call him up. Call him up and let him know this shit. But I hope and pray that Tamara does not come back to our podcast. She actually starts her own podcast. I hope and pray that Tamara actually starts her own podcast in reference to women with integrity, and she can name it women of. Why did I just say that? Women of integrity. Okay, or that '90s type of woman. That 90s type of woman. Name it that 90s type of woman. Because like Wayne said, it's women out there like that and they get overlooked because all the BBLs and the makeups and everything else. That 90s type of woman. Or that 90s vibe. Do your own podcast. And I hope and pray that Amber, Ty, and Sting start their own podcast. And theirs be up and running before Wayne podcast could even get off the floor with one sitting. I hope both of their. I am praying that Tamara starts her own podcast, and is women the '90s type of vibe, or her, Amber, and Stein could actually team up and actually and start a podcast. Y'all could start a podcast together. 3 women. You could start a podcast together. Okay. Only problem is that Tamara is so gung ho with Shayla, so that won't work. But I hope they do branch off and start their own podcast because they need that, and Wayne need to see that it's not all money is not good money. All money is not good money. I tell my kids that all the time. When I was younger, yes, I used to chase money. Then when I got older, I started chasing titles because I was like, if you chase the titles, the money will come. But then as I got older, I was like, you know what? All money ain't good money. All money is not good money. So you can sit there and do whatever, but all money is not good money. So on that note, thank you guys for tuning into the Talk of the Table. Let's chat. Continue to like, share, and subscribe. And continue to leave your comments. I am Tasha. And yes, I'm still working. You see me with my motorcycle gloves on. And I will see you in the next Country Wayne Skit Review.